Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to another There Is a Place trailer. Okay, I hope you've been keeping your eyes and ears open for the There Is a Place TV show episode. I hope you've been watching them. I hope they've been on. I have no idea if they are where if they've been showing where you are. If they haven't been, keep on the look. The 17th one. There've been 16 before this. These are kind of an introduction to the TV show. As I've been saying, and all the others, there is a place is what we're all about here is a peaceful revolution through democratic means. We're going to have a different type of revolution, a real workers' revolution done democratically, peaceful, no violence, where we're going to move to move away from a market economy into an economic democratic society. And in an economic democratic society, the workers own and control the means of production democratically. In other words, the workers own and control the workplace, and they run it democratically. And the government is run by the workers truly democratically. It's not going to be owned and controlled and run by just less than 1% of the population. There will be no elite, okay, in that way. The workers, in a sense, will be the elite. All of us will be the elite. In other words, we will have the power, okay? You won't have less than 1% of the population owning and control almost all of the world's wealth. Okay, the workers do all of the work, or most of the work, or almost all of the work, and therefore the workers should have most, if not all, of the wealth. Okay, we're looking at a different type of society, a peaceful society, a loving society. Okay, as I've been saying in past trailers, and also as we'll be talking about in the if you've been watching the episodes. Okay, by the way, this is trailer 17 again, and we're going to be talking about Malcolm X. I'm your host, a storyteller. Okay, and let's get started. Malcolm X, born 1925, died 1965. Okay, and we're going to look at what he said. Actually, Malcolm X, as a revolutionary, what he had to say, he didn't become really a revolutionary until 1964, and that's when he was really talking about class problems in the world, and he was talking about workers, black and white together, doesn't matter the ethnic group, the religion of people, working together to own and control the means of production democratically. That was his implication in his last year of life. He moved away from topics of race, which were very important, into even a bigger issue, class. Now let's look at what he first said in 63. One of the things he said, if you're born in America with a black skin, you're born in prison. This is an interview, and that's true at that time period, and in some cases still today. If you're born African American, in a sense you're born in prison. You've been stereotyped, you've been labeled, you've been discriminated, you've been oppressed, the way you've been treated, forced to live in places separate from the rest of mainstream society, in ghettos. These are, and also the work that they do, being very underpaid. He was correct. Now, when you look at what he's saying, if you're born under a market economy, paraphrasing that, looking at it from an economic democratic viewpoint, as a revolutionary, you're born in a market economy. You're in a sense born in prison. You're in a sense born in where you're going to be working for someone else's benefit, and you're going to only be rewarded, only receive a small amount of the reward of the work you do, not the full reward of what you do, because what you do, a big part of what you do, if not most of what you do, goes for someone else's benefit, someone else's profit. All of us, or almost all of us as workers, are underpaid, is another way of looking at it. Even though you may be middle class, you're underpaid. If you see what you produce and what you're rewarded is only a percentage, a certain percentage of what you've produced. And basically you have a handful of people, this less than 1%, that benefit from our work. Okay, and this is important to realize. And some people are oppressed where they're living in hazardous conditions. Okay, if you look at a market economy, the market economy has been here throughout the world a long time, and in the United States even longer. You still have poverty in the United States. We have hunger and homelessness still in the United States. This is after many generations of market economy, and you also have all over the world 1 billion people starving in the world, okay, and under the market economy. And the market economy has been there a while all over the world. It has spread all over the world. And there's still a lot of people suffering, all the pollution. Okay. Another thing that Malcolm X said, we are not fighting for integration, nor are we fighting for separation. We are fighting for recognition as human beings. We are fighting for human rights. This is a speech, Black Revolution, New York, 1964. To apply what he said as far as a revolutionary, as we, working towards a economic democracy, moving away from a market economy. That's right, we're not fighting for integration or separation. What we're fighting for is recognition as human beings, as workers. We are human beings. We have a right to live in a world where there's no pollution. We have a right to live in a world where there are no boundaries. There are no countries. There are a right where we have a right to be free. These are rights. These are recognition, being recognized as human beings. This is what we are fighting for. And under a market economy, that can't exist. We're fighting for a society where there's love, joy, and awareness. This does not exist under a market economy, not to its fullest extent, nowhere near its fullest extent. This could only exist under an economic democratic one, okay? And that's what we're fighting for, and that's what we're moving towards, for human rights. Human rights, full human rights could only exist under an economic democratic society. Under a market economy, it is limited, okay? Because in a market economy, you have to have class differences, you have competition, you have profits that only less than 1% of the people benefit from. Okay, and that's what we're fighting for. By the way, you could also see Malcolm X quotes and Bartlett's quotation. Until next time, boys and girls, the revolution is coming. Look for There Is a Place episodes, the half-hour episodes. Bye, boys and girls. See you next time.